Good morning, class. So last time we have seen the phenothiazine and its derivative, which act as antipsychotic agents. Then we have seen the points regarding the SAR of phenothiazine. Okay, now we are going to move the next part regarding the antipsychotic agents. That is the agents which are the ring analogs of phenothiazine. That is, they have some structural similarities with the phenothiazine, and they are acting as the antipsychotic agents. So in that, chlorpromazine, thiothixine, loxapine succinate, clozapine. So these are the ring analogs of phenothiazine. That means they're having the similar kind of structure that the phenothiazine shows, but they are not comes under the phenothiazine. They only have the some similarities with the structure of phenothiazine. Okay, so this is the structure of chlorpromazine, that is the antipsychotic agent. Now you can find out this is the structure similar with the phenothiazine. But in case of phenothiazine, there is a presence of sulfur and here nitrogen. But there is absence of nitrogen in chlorpromazine. So we cannot classify chlorpromazine under the phenothiazine derivatives. But they are the ring analogs of phenothiazine derivatives. Okay, so there is a missing of nitrogen in the central ring, which is the present in the phenothiazine. So they are comes under the structural analogs. Okay, so IUPAC nomenclature is 3Z 3 dash in bracket 2 chlorothiazanthine. So this is the one, this is the two. So at the second position, chlorine group is there. So 2 chloro. This is the thioxanthine thio structure, and this is the xanthine structure. So that is the thioxanthine. And at 10th position, there is a presence of dimethyl. These are the dimethyl. This is dimethyl amine. And these are the 1, 2, 3. 3 means propyl. So completely the structure is called as 2-chlorothiazanthine. So this is the 2-chloro. This is the thioxanthine. At the 10th position, yelidine. That means double bond is present at this 10th position. Then NN. So ह्या N वर दोन मिथाइल ग्रुप आहेत. So NN dimethyl. Okay. 1, 1, 2, 3. 3 means propane. And this is the amine. So that is the chemical name for the chlorpromazine, as it consists of thioxanthine as a basic nucleus. So there is a missing of nitrogen at this position. So due to the missing of nitrogen, it comes under the class called as xanthine, and in that sulfur is present. So that is the thioxanthine. Okay. So this thioxanthine derivatives that contains the double bond between tricyclic ring and the side chain, they examine that. At that time, they found that the structure can be present as a cis or trans isomeric configuration. For example, the cis isomer of thiothixine is more active than trans isomer. Okay, so here you can find out what they are telling. So here double bond is present. So in between any two, if double bond is present, the structure is present in the cis and trans form. So when it is present in the cis and trans form, so one isomer is more active as compared to other. So here what they told, if such double bond is present, that is the olefinic double bond, if it is present between the tricyclic ring and side chain. So this is the tricyclic ring, this is the side chain. So these two are joined together by a double bond. And if such double bond is present, the structure is present either in the cis form or trans form. So they're having the two isomers. So at that time, the cis isomer is more active as compared to the trans isomer and the compound with saturation of double bond. So हा आपण डबल बॉन्ड काढला त्यानंतर जे कंपाऊंड होईल त्याहीपेक्षा सिस फॉर्म आहे that is more active. So in case of chlorpromazine, cis-chlorfluorhexene is more active as compared to the transform as compared to the saturated bond. सो हा डबल बॉन्ड काढल्यानंतर इथं जर सिंगल बॉन्डच असेल तर त्यापासून जे स्ट्रक्चर तयार होतं त्या स्ट्रक्चर पेक्षाही सिस फॉर्म हा जास्त ऍक्टिव्ह असतो. Okay, so Z-chlorfluorhexene is an organochlorine compound. So you can find out there is a chlorine group is also present. It is enantiomer of E. So there are two. Already we have seen that is the Z and E. Two enantiomer will be present. This chlorprothexine is the typical antipsychotic drug, and it exerts how it shows its mechanism of action. It can block the effect by blocking serotonin as well as the D1, D2, D3 histamine receptor muscarinic as well as the alpha 1 blocker. So by blocking all these receptors, the chlorprothexine show its activity. Then what is the medical use of the chlorprothexine? So it is the majorly used for the treatment of psychotic disorders such as schizophrenia. So schizophrenia is one of the psychotic disorder. For that, this chlorprothexine can be used. Along with that, for the mania or the acute mania, that is bipolar disorder, for that also this chlorprothexine can be used. Then they can be also used for the post-operative states or the pre-operative state for anxiety, insomnia, nausea, emesis for the hospitalized person. So before the hospitalized, when person is hospitalized, so they have some kind of anxiety. So before operation or before operative procedures or after operative procedures, they have some kind of anxiety, insomnia, they have some emesis, nausea due to the local anesthetics or due to the some their fear factors in their mind. So at that time, the chlorprothexine can be given as an antipsychotic drug to decrease such kind of anxiety as well as such kind of insomnia, nausea or emesis. Okay, so agitation due to use of selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. It is also used in the non-psychotic irritability, aggression, insomnia in pediatric patients. So लहान मुलांमध्ये सुद्धा इरिटेबिलिटी असेल, अग्रेशन असेल किंवा इन्सोमनिया असेल यासारखे डिसीज आहे ते आपण क्लोरप्रोथेक्झिन ट्रीट करू शकतो. ओके, बट जनरली इन प्री ऑपरेटिव्ह पोस्ट ऑपरेटिव्ह मध्ये वापरलं जातं. जनरली ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ सायकोटिक डिसऑर्डर लाईक सिझोफ्रेनिया मध्ये वापरलं जातं. अॅक्यूट मेनियामध्ये in case of bipolar disorders असतील at that time also this kind of drug like in the chlorprothexine it can be used. Then we know what is the metabolism. Here we can see, okay, here dimethyl amino group is present. So when such group is present, it undergo metabolism by N-demethylation. And when it undergo metabolism by N-demethylation, what happens? One of the CH3 it is removed and there is a formation of hydrogen takes place. Such structure is called as N-dismethylchlorprothexine, which having some kind of activity. It is not activity as fast or higher activity as compared to the original drug that is the chlorprothexine, but he has some kind of activity regarding the antipsychotic agent. So it increases the duration of activity of a drug. So such पेशंट्स किंवा डिप्रेशन असेल, सायकोटिक असेल, यामध्ये आपल्याला कशाची गरज असते तर त्याची ड्युरेशन ऑफ ऍक्टिव्हिटी ही जास्त असली पाहिजे. असं नको आहे की सायकोटिक पेशंट आहे, एखादा वेडा पेशंट आहे, ओके, ज्याला सायकोटिक डिसऑर्डर्स आहे, त्याला आज जर ड्रग दिलं परत जर दुपारी द्यायला लागत असेल, संध्याकाळी लागत असेल, इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू गिव्ह देम द medicines thrice a day or twice a day. So if we are it is possible to give drug one today, after 2-3 days the second dose, after 4-5 days the third dose, it will be better for the patient's compliance. So for that we have to require the longer duration of activity, longer half life. And how we can achieve? By this way we can achieve. So the drug which having the dimethyl groups, they are potent drug, but when they undergo the metabolism, they form the dismethyl derivatives like this methyl chlorprothexine derivatives. So these derivatives also have some kind of activity. So it increases the duration of activity of a drug. So that's why for the patient compliance, for the increases the duration of activity, it reduces the repeatability of dose twice a day, thrice a day, or every day. So that dose will be minimization takes place. Okay. So this is about the chlorpromazine. Now next drug, that is the loxapine, or you can say the loxapine succinate, can be given in the form of a salt. Okay, so here you can observe the structure of loxapine. Please write down the structure of loxapine. Okay, so it is also the similar kind of structure what we can see in the phenothiazine. It is given in the salt form, so that salt form is in the form of succinate. So this is the structure of succinate. So that can be given in the form of salt. That is the loxapine succinate. So that is the tricyclic dibenzooxazepine structure. So you can see it is the tricyclic ring structure. Two benzene ring, that is the dibenz. And here nitro group and oxygen, that is the oxazepine structure. And it is the 7 member, that's why INE. So this is the loxapine. It is the tricyclic dibenz, that is the two benzene structure, and in the central 7 member structure with nitrogen and oxygen. So it is called as dibenzooxazepine structure. That is the chemical name for loxapine succinate. Chlorine position is there at 8th position. This is the 6th position. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. This is 7. This chlorine is at 8th position. Okay, so it is 8 chloro, 6 in bracket, 4 methyl piperazine. Piperazine ring structure is present at this part, so that is the methyl piperazine. Methyl, this piperazine having one substitution, that is the methyl substitution. So it called as the methyl piperazine. Then benzo B14 benz oxazepine. Okay, so that is the chemical name for the loxapine succinate. So what is loxapine succinate? So the loxapine succinate, and the succinate is the ester form. It is the salt form. That is the salt form of the structure loxapine. It is a tricyclic structure. That is the tricyclic dibenzoxazepine. It is the antipsychotic agent. Actually, it is the antipsychotic agent, but it having the other activities also. That is the antiemetical activity, sedative activity, then anticholinergic, antiadrenergic. So such activities can be seen in the structure called as the loxapine. So it is used as an antipsychotic agent in the treatment of schizophrenia. So how it shows its activity? So these drugs, they are generally similar kind of structure what we can see in the others also, though it having the activity by blocking dopamine. Okay, by blocking the dopamine receptor, it postsynaptic receptor side in the limbic form. Already we have discussed what is the limbic form and other forms, cortical forms, basal ganglia. Therefore, it reduces the symptoms like hallucination. It reduces the symptoms like delusions, which are associated with the schizophrenia. This also shows some kind of extra pyramidal side effects also. So that is about the loxapine succinate. So what is the medicinal use of this loxapine succinate? So as per the US FDA, this loxapine, it is given in the formulated in the form of inhalation powder for the treatment of schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, which is found in the adult. The next drug, that is the clozapine. So this is the structure of clozapine. So again, chlorine group is present. So already we have discussed in case of phenothiazine, if halogen or any electron withdrawing group is there, it will show better activity. So here in every structure you can find out the chlorine group. So that chlorine group is the electron withdrawing group, and such group, it increases the activity of the structure or that drug. So the chlorine group is required. Okay, so 3-chloro. Then here you can find out diazepine. So there is two nitrogens are present along with the 7-member ring. So if two nitrogens, that means diaza, 7-member ring, that is the pine. So this structure or the central ring is called as the diazepine, and these are two benzene rings. So the structure is called as dibenz diazepine. Okay, so this is the nomenclature, chemical name for this drug, that is the clozapine. So 3-chloro, 6,4-methyl piperazine. Again, this is the piperazine structure. At the piperazine, here is methyl is there, so it is the methyl piperazine. Okay, double bond is present. So this is the chemical name for the clozapine, and 3-chloro, 6 in bracket 4-methyl piperazine 1 11 hydrogen benzo B 1,4 benzodiazepine. This is the chemical name for the drug called as clozapine. Okay. So generally this clozapine is sold under the brand name, that is the Clozaril. It is atypical antipsychotic agents. Atypical, typical, atypical. That means it is the second generation antipsychotic. Okay, it is generally used for the schizophrenia, and it is do not improve the use of other antipsychotic medications. It is more effective than typical antipsychotic. That is the second generation, and it is used by oral route or by giving the muscular injection. Okay, so in 2013 study, in comparison with most of, that is the 15 antipsychotic agents nearly treating the schizophrenia, clozapine was ranked first. So the जे 15 ड्रग 2013 मध्ये त्यांनी स्टडीसाठी घेतले होते की त्याची अँटीसायकोटिक ऍक्टिव्हिटी कुठला ड्रग चांगली दाखवतो. ओके, क्लोरप्रोमाझिन असेल, क्लोरफ्रुथिक्झिन असेल, क्लोरफिक्झिन असेल. ओके, सो या सगळ्या ड्रग मध्ये क्लोझापाइन वॉज स्टँड नंबर 1 or the rank number 1, which is high effectiveness, which having the high effectiveness as compared to the other antipsychotic agents. Okay, so clozapine was first made in 1956 and commercially it is a commercially sold selling कधी पासून सुरू झालं 1971. It was the first atypical antipsychotic, which is the second generation drug, which is the highly active or more potent as compared to the typical antipsychotic agent. Then what is the mechanism? So it is the synthetic derivative of dibenzodiazepine. Already we have seen two benzene rings are there. At the center there is the presence of 7 members with 2 nitrogen, that is the dibenzodiazepine ring structure is present. So this block the dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, acetylcholine and histamine receptor. Generally it blocks D4 receptor. आपण आतापर्यंतचे जे बघितलेले ते काय ब्लॉक करतात, T2 receptor ब्लॉक करतात. But generally this clozapine has the ability to block D4 receptor. So like other, it is not responsible to block D2. It is the very weak D2 receptor blocker, but it is better D4 receptor blocker. It relieves schizophrenia symptoms like hallucination, delusions, dementia. So such symptoms can be released by the clozapine. The next part, that is the side effects regarding the clozapine. So clozapine is associated with the high risk of decreasing the level of white blood cell. WBC चे सेल आहेत ते WBC कमी करण्याचे ते साइड इफेक्ट्स क्लोझापाइन दाखवतात. सो इट इज कॉल्ड एज अग्रॅन्युलोसायटोसिस. WBC कमी झाले, माणसाची इम्युन पॉवर आहे ती कमी होते. इट मे रिझल्ट इन टू द डेथ. That is the main side effects. So it is highly potent, but it having the side effects, which is the decreasing the WBC, that is the white blood cells, which is the required for the immune system of the body, and if that decreases, the immune system of body becomes weak and it prone to any attack of any infections, and it can lead to the death of a person. Hence, the patient who is on treatment or who is on the treatment of clozapine, they have to monitor the WBC count regularly, so that to check whether the WBC count is decreases or it is present in the same amount. It may be decreasing in some way, then no problem, but it will decrease more, it will worsen the defense system of the body, that is the immune system, and other attack can be taken, other infection can be prone for that person, and that person can be lead to the death. Then other side effects which are associated with the clozapine is that is the seizure is there, inflammation of heart, sugar level increases, constipations. In older people with psychosis, it may result of dementia. It is the risk of increasing the death. So increased risk of death is there in case of such patient, because inflammation of heart is there, sugar increases, seizure is there. So all this will lead to the death in the older person. And then some common side effects, that drowsiness, saliva production, low blood pressure, blood vision, dizziness. Such kind of normal or such kind of common side effects can be seen in case of clozapine. But the main side effect is that it worsens the immune system. It decreases the WBC, and that's why the immune system of the body decreases. So other infections, other virus, bacteria, they can easily attack on our body, and it will lead to the prone to the other diseases, and the death can be takes place. What is the important part? It was the first atypical antipsychotic approved for schizophrenia, but it having the agranulocytosis like side effects, so it is restricted to refractory schizophrenia. Monitoring is required continuously of the WBC count, and it is generally associated with the serum aminotransferase elevation, which is linked to the acute liver injury. So these are some important parts regarding the clozapine. Then we are moving to the next part of antipsychotic agents, that is the fluorobutyrophenones. So in that three drugs are there: haloperidol, droperidol, risperidone. So how the development of butyrophenone drug takes place? So antipsychotic, also called as neuroleptics. So in the 1950s, Janssen and co-workers synthesized propionephrine and butyrophenone analogs of meperidine. So meperidine, what is that? It is the analgesic. It is the opioid analgesic. It is the opioid derivatives. Okay, so they were working on that opioid analgesic, that is the meperidine. So they have synthesized the propionephrine and the butyrophenone analogs of meperidine, so that the potency of analgesia, it will be increased. Both the analogs have greater affinity, or they are having the greater activity than meperidine, but they found that the butyrophenone analogs also displaying or also showing the similar kind of effect what the chlorpromazine is doing. That is, they are responsible to decrease the symptoms of schizophrenia, or they are responsible to decrease the hallucination, delusion, dementia. So such symptoms they are responsible to decrease. So in this way the development takes place. Next part, the SAR for the butyrophenol. So all the derivatives are butyrophenol. They show the high neuroleptic potency, and this is the general formula for them. One, two, three, four. That is the butyrobenzene ring. So it is called as a butyrophenol. So at the X position there is electron withdrawing group. So it is generally methoxy group, or it is generally the fluorine for the better or higher activity, or the optimum activity is present. So the attachment of tertiary amine group to the fourth carbon of butyrophenol is essential for the neuroleptic activity. So if we lengthen, shortening or branching of this propyl chain, it will decreases the neuroleptic activity. Okay. So attachment of tertiary amine group to the fourth carbon सो इथं जे अमाइन ग्रुप अटॅच केलेला आहे, व्हॉट इट इज, इट इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द न्यूरोलेप्टिक ऍक्टिव्हिटी. ओके, सो ही जी चेन आहे, ही जर तुम्ही वाढवली, कमी केली, ब्रँच केली, तर ऍक्टिव्हिटी आहे ती कमी होते किंवा न्यूरोलेप्टिक ऍक्टिव्हिटी, अँटीसायकोटिक ऍक्टिव्हिटी विल decrease. Then there is a keto moiety is there. If we replace that keto moiety with the thioketone group or any other group like phenoxy group, or if we reduce the carbonyl group, it will decreases the neuroleptic activity. And in addition, they having the fluorine substitution, that is we have seen at the para position there is a substitution of fluorine or OCH3, so that is required for the activity, so that if fluorine group is there, the drug shows the most active, or the potency of the drug will increase. Then in case of tertiary amino group, we can convert it into the cyclic form, so like piperidine, tetrahydropyridine or piperazine, so it will not lose the potency, it will remain the potency of drug as it is. Okay, so what they telling in case of SAR, so this 4 member, these are the 1 2 3 4 carbon, it binds to the nitrogen. Okay, so this nitrogen and this part, they must have the 3 carbons, that is 1 2 and 3 carbons, that is a propyl group. If we increase the number, if we have done it butyl, pentyl, or it will decrease the number like methyl, ethyl, so it will decreases the activity. As well as there should not be branching. इथं तुम्ही CH3 अटॅच केला किंवा इथं CH3 अटॅच केला तरी सुद्धा, किंवा एखादं ब्रँच केलं, Cl अटॅच केला, इलेक्ट्रॉन विड्रॉइंग ग्रुप अटॅच केला, इफ इट इज ब्रँचिंग इट विल डिक्रीजेस द activity. That's why there must be presence of 3 carbon atoms, there must be no less than 3 or not more than 3. 3 पेक्षा जास्त असता कामा नये, 3 पेक्षा कमी, आणि ब्रँचिंग सुद्धा असता कामा नये. त्यानंतर हा जो कीटोन ग्रुप आहे, it is must for the activity. We cannot replace the ketone group, or we cannot reduce the ketone group with any other group. Then at this position, there is a fluorine is present, it will show the better activity as any other substitutions. Then the tertiary amine, this is the tertiary amine. Okay. So it can be present in the form of straight chain, or it can be present in the form of reduced piperidine. So this is the reduced piperidine, or it can be present in the form of piperazine. So it can be present as a straight chain compound, or it can be present in the cyclic form with the reduced structure. So this is the SAR regarding the butyrophenol. Then the first drug in case of butyrophenol is the droperidol. So this is the structure of droperidol. Please write down the structure of droperidol. Okay, so that is the chemical name for the droperidol. So droperidol is a short acting. It is used in the anesthesia for its sedating and antiemetic effect. It is always administered with the combination of narcotic analgesic for the pre-anesthetic sedation and anesthesia. So हे कुणाबरोबर देतात, जे आपण एखाद्याला अनास्थेशिया देतो. Okay, so along with anesthesia we have to give the analgesic agent. So that analgesic agents can be given in the form of Droperidol as the sedative effect. It showing it is used in the anesthesia. What is the mechanism of action? So droperidol is the antidopaminergic drug. It can be used as a anti-emetic drug. So in case of अनास्थेशिया तुम्ही जर बघितलेलं असेल ऑपरेशनच्या आधी आपण त्याला एखाद्या पेशंटला अनास्थेशिया देतो, बरोबर आहे. ज्यावेळी पेशंटचं ऑपरेशन होतं, पेशंट ज्यावेळी शुद्धीवर यायला लागतो त्यावेळी अनास्थेशियामुळे उलटी व्हायची शक्यता असते किंवा ड्युरिंग द ऑपरेशन त्यांना उलटी व्हायची शक्यता असते, ती ओमिटिंग व्हायची शक्यता असते ड्यू टू द अनास्थेशिया. सो ते होऊ नये त्यामुळे काय करतो आपण त्याला अँटीइमेटिक ड्रग्ज देतो. इन केस ऑफ दॅट वी कॅन यूज ड्रोपिरिडॉल ॲज द अँटीइमेटिक ड्रग ड्युरिंग द अनास्थेटिक एज. तर मी काय म्हणतोय, काही पेशंटना जे ऑपरेशन होतं पेशंटचं, त्या ऑपरेशन व्हायच्या आधी त्यांना अनास्थेशिया देतात. ज्यावेळी अनास्थेशिया देतात त्यावेळी त्यांचे केमिकल ट्रिगर झोन आहेत ते सेन्सिटाईज होतात आणि त्यावेळी ज्यावेळी सेन्सिटाईज होतात त्यावेळी त्यांना उलटी होते. जर उलटी ऑपरेटिव्ह मध्ये असेल किंवा ऑपरेशन झाल्यानंतर झाली, इट मे बी प्रॉब्लेमॅटिक फॉर द पर्सन. सो टू अवॉइड दिस, before that, along with anesthesia, we have to give the anti-emetic drugs so that there should be no vomiting. For that, we can give the droperidol as a drug. Then next drug, pimozide. It is the sold under the name ORAP. This is the structure of pimozide. It is the antipsychotic drug of diphenyl butyl piperazine class. Diphenyl butyl हे दोन फिनाइल झाले, 1 2 3 4, that is the butyl. This is the piperidine ring. So it is comes under the diphenyl butyl piperidine class. Okay. So it is antagonist of D2, D3, D4 receptor as well as the serotonin receptor. It is also the HERG blocker. So similar, it has also high affinity for the dopamine receptor, that is the D2 receptor. Then next, the risperidone. So risperidone is the antipsychotic which is the atypical. It is the atypical antipsychotic agent. It is useful in the treatment of mania as well as the schizophrenia. So this theory of risperidone is also associated with the serum aminotransferase elevation. That is the link to the acute liver injury. Okay, so that it is associated with the that part also. So that is the structure of risperidone. This is the chemical name. Okay, so benz isoxazole, you can say benz, that is the benzene ring, oxazole means NO. Derivative with antipsychotic agents. It is selectively antagonize 5-HT2 receptor. It blocks 5-HT2 receptor, and sometimes in some lesser extent it also blocks the D2 receptor. So it having also the low to moderate affinity for other receptors also. So it has very weak activity against the D1 receptor. So it is generally used in the mania and schizophrenia. Then next drug, benzamide, that is the sulpiride. This is the structure of benzamide class. This is the benzene, this is the amides. That is the basic nucleus in benzamide class, benzamide. So it is the aromatic amide that consists of benzene ring along with the amide. So this is the structure of sulpiride. This is the benzene ring. This is the amide. Okay, so this is the benzamide derivative. So it is the D2 receptor antagonist. It is useful as the antidepressant, antipsychotic agents as well as for the it is also the member of class which is obtained by condensation of 2-methoxy and the primary amine group. It is N-alkyl pyrrolidine sulfonamide and a member of benzamide. So they consist of sulfonamide group, they consist of alkyl pyrrolidine group. Okay, so this is about the antipsychotic agents. So it ends our chapter. It is the antipsychotic agents. Okay, so we completed the part that is the CNS. Now from next lecture we will start a new topic, that is the drugs acting on autonomous nervous system. That is the drug acting on ANS. Okay, so we will stop here.